Let's stay with this side because we're still a bigger queue here.
Kind of high.
Hi.
Hi. So one of the things that I loved about Origins the most was the variety in the backstories. I thought each of the origin stories were really amazing. And with Dragon Age 2, you were kind of obviously restricted to Hawk. And even the Inquisitor, like, you got some different backstories you could choose from, but you really didn't delve into the actual history of your characters, so you kind of left filling out the blanks for yourself. So in Dragon Age 4, would you guys prefer that kind of open-ended PC kind of background, or did you like the Origins, like here's the multiple ways that you could have come into your own?
I liked the Inquisition approach where you can really make the character your own, because people talk about having their Inquisitor and they're like, my Inquisitor is this, they're that, this is where they actually come from and stuff. I think that gives players more scope to do their own sort of fan art and fan thinking and really make the story their own rather than being given such a specific start in Origins. I know what they were trying to do and it was a cool idea, but I just prefer you being given a bit more scope, I think.
Yeah, I think it was a phase that BioWare was going through, because they were doing it a bit in, I mean, it came from Neverwinter Nights, but in Mass Effect, you could kind of choose your background as well, and I think maybe in not Neverwinter Nights, in Knights of the Old Republic as well. And then this seemed to be them going really into that, Dragon Age Origins, and then they kind of stepped away from that a little bit. I'm with Alice, I quite like, it's that whole blank slate thing. Which would you prefer?
I actually really enjoyed the Origins because it actually, like, it gave you some pictures into the different worlds of the races that you were playing. Like, I thought the Dwarven storylines were really compelling and just interesting, because the little slots in Inquisition, like, you can choose those and it gives you some background, but you don't get the world picture, so that's...
Yeah.
I thought they were interesting, but it ended up, out of all three, that Hawk ended up being my favorite, like, character. Like, I like Hawk.
There is a nice thing as well, because one of the things I really liked, and it's going to sound awful given that what I've said before, but one of the things I really liked in Dragon Age 2 was how your mum got killed.
You didn't have anything to do with that. Good job.
But I liked how it built up a relationship, and I was like, I was angry because of that, and I liked that. Also, it seemed really gruesome and brutal as well, which was...
it was.
Now, if they could do the Hawk thing with all of the different... Like, I think it was the Dalish elf origin from Origins.
Yeah.
I thought that was interesting. Now, if they could do that and give me a character like Hawk for each of those, that I would really
Well, and it was
like.
kind of unique with the Dalish one because you had Tamlin come back, if you guys remember that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Kind of nice and depressing.
Thank you very much. I'm really sorry, but I think we don't have time for anyone else. But I'm going to be...
This man looks very familiar.
I was going to say, you got to have this one.
Wow.
What?
Hi.
It's Mike Laidlaw.
Oh my God!
It's right there. That's why I said you got to have him.
Okay, no, we definitely have time for one more.
I didn't really have a question. It was more of a comment. I actually wanted to say thank you.
Oh.
Wait, to us or to them?
Yeah, no, probably not to us. I killed everyone.
All of you. That's part of the option. No, I actually just wanted to get up and say this was really cool to attend. I'm no longer with Dragon Age, which is a complicated set of emotions, but seeing people, 4 years after the last one came out, still attending a panel, still talking about it, still speaking about it like it's a place they went to, is a pretty cool feeling as a creator. And I know there's a few other folks that might be maybe involved with Dragon Age around yon audience. So on their behalf, I'll just say thank you to all of you. It's super cool that you're still into that thing that we poured a lot of time into.
Well, we'd like to thank you for making it.
Thank you.